This is Abraham, and we're here with Charles Schreiber. We're here in the Chicago Urban Art Society. You're one of the first artists that we've gotten a chance to talk to. So tell me a little bit about you, a little bit about your work. Are you based here in Chicago?
Yes, my name's Charles Schreiber. I do wood sculpture work, all the pieces around the city.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. That's definitely the thing that strikes you right off the bat, right? The three-dimensionality, the wood pieces. So it's obviously found wood, it's cut wood. Tell me a little bit about the process. What's the assemblage like? And
the process starts with the Rebuild Exchange.
Okay.
It's a nonprofit organization that I go to, and they give me all their scrap wood. And I take all the shapes and pieces and either build a sculpture piece out of it or put something together like skull, mosaic, puzzle kind of piece. The process then goes to finding a wood, kind of old building in the city, something that no one's using, kind of, and yeah, just putting it up on the spot, kind of creating something right there on the spot.
Any particular reason for the specific old buildings, or does it have any kind of historical significance? Just whatever you can find.
Yeah, just anything I can find, and it's the most important thing. It's got to be wood, because I like screwing into it, and so it's got to be able to come down, just in case wherever I put it, they don't want it there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's usually the average size of your pieces? They seem like they would be pretty big.
I can spend anywhere from 5 seconds putting something up to an hour and 40 minutes putting something up, depending on the size, how many pieces, the size of the installation.
So is most of your installations outside?
Yep, all of them are outside.
Any particular place where we can catch one of them right now?
Oh, they're all around. One of my favorite things is on Halstead and Lake.
Okay.
I did like a 9-foot by 7-foot, what do you want to call it, billboard. And yeah, it took me like 2 times, hour and a half each time, but yeah, it turned out real nice.
So in terms of actually, I mean, it's obviously not a, just come up, put up, some wall paste. It's definitely, so you're getting commissions, you're just doing it?
No, just been doing it myself. And I'm a day person.
Okay.
So I hang everything up during the day.
That's wonderful, yeah.
And I always get at least maybe 1 to 2 people stop and really just say, thank you so much. I love what you're doing. You put a smile on my face every day, and for me, that's what it's really about. It keeps me going and doing it.
So tell me a little bit about the compositional aspects of it. Is there a particular goal you're aiming for? Maybe something that might have translated into this piece?
Not so much.
You're just whatever looks best.
Whatever looks best to me aesthetically and the shapes I'm using. Because becoming found objects, it's kind of my job as the artist is putting them together and really make them aesthetically
So it's not
look
like
good.
you're necessarily mimicking another shape or another...
No,
It's just definitely about the assemblage, about that abstract.
I love organic. So anything that I can create that looks organic, that's the best.
Beautiful, brother. I really appreciate taking the time. Where can people find out more about your work?
I guess on Flickr now. There's a CLS site you can go to and check out my new things.
Cool. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, it's real nice talking with you, Abraham.
Hey, this is Abraham from Gozamos, and we're here with pretty prolific street artist, Goons, more than anything. So tell me a little bit about you, a little bit about your work. You're based out of here in Chicago?
Yeah. I've been doing it for a very long time now, 7 years. I started down at Columbia College, South Loop area, hit that up with stickers, and then it just got bigger and bigger. I had to expand outwards of the city and expand outwards in terms of size.
Yeah, I came out of Columbia College as well, and I do remember, and I do see in, especially garbage cans, red eye, things everywhere.
For sure.
So tell me a little bit about your style, a little bit about your background. You studied illustration, or?
What I studied is I studied documentary film at Columbia, but it really wasn't just like taking off for me. So what I had to do was I had to figure out something else to do. So what I did was I just started drawing during class one day, and it just came out naturally. And then from there, put it right on the streets around the campus, and then boom. You know what? Why not take the train up north, down south, and keep it moving?
So how exactly do you think people receive to it? What kind of images or caricatures? Because that's mostly what they are, right? You would call them. Okay, tell me a little bit about the gestures, what the purpose of them kind of was, or.
For sure. Basically, I can't draw mouths, so the mouths are just Goons' mouths. But the rest is just a human face, humanoid type features. But the mouth just gives it like another outer-worldly feel, and they're always signature red, just so people can recognize my style, different from other people. That's just like what I do. Like I've always been influenced by graffiti, repeating the same thing over and over, getting stuck in people's minds.
Oh yeah, it does right away.
So that's basically what I did, and then the style for each individual guy, I want him to look different every time, because every time I do it, I feel a little bit different. So it changes just on my mood or what it's necessarily for. Like this one is for a bright, colorful event, so I wanted to add as much color as possible into it.
Okay, so it's definitely all about the colors. It's definitely about the figures.
For sure.
Tell me a little bit about else. To be honest, how many do you think you've done over the past 7 years? Just
Probably over
thousands?
20,000.
20,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if you're including stickers, tags,
Yeah,
all that
exactly.
stuff, I mean, that's probably low. It's probably 40,000 because there hasn't been a day that's gone by that I haven't done at least.
So you're
10,
usually
but
out there
sometimes
on
hundreds.
the streets. Just what is that more
Yeah.
mostly what?
When I'm not on the streets doing it, I'm just like drawing it like on the computer, or finding a way on the internet to promote it, or just like keeping in touch with my fans. But it's always all about it.
So yeah, tell me a little bit about your online presence, because that's also the other place. Often I see your work on Flickr. Tell me how that's been.
Yeah, it's been great. Actually, I started posting on Flickr just to like share, and I got so much great response from that I was like, I got to keep going. Like, if I could get one good comment or like one like from somebody, just even if it was bad, just something from somebody, I knew I was making an impact. I didn't really know, other than people looking at it on the street, if like it was getting through until the internet. And then I was like, oh shit, people are actually paying attention. And then people started posting their own photos of it, and that's when I really got into it. When I no longer had to put up a picture of something I took, but I knew I could go there that night and someone would be
just
posting.
self-documents more than
And
anything.
I knew that I was in the right lane, and I was just had to keep pushing the gas pedal forward.
So talk to me a little bit about what it's like to be out there as a street artist. Do you know a lot of people, or is it something you kind of just broke into
At
on your
first,
own?
I was very secretive about it, but then I show my face. It's all good. I want as many people to know that I'm Goons, and I want them, more importantly, to know about my art and just at least look at it. That's the most important thing.
So talk to me about some of the other. Have you shown in galleries before? Is this one of your first events, or how's that process been?
Yeah, I've shown in galleries before. I have a solo show coming up later this year. I'm really excited about
Where
that.
at?
It's going to be in Chicago. Details soon.
Okay. Oh, awesome. Okay. So that's cool. So when that's going to be in the fall, or?
Yeah, in the fall. It's going to be a full-time show. Some other notable things. I don't know if you've ever seen my commercial.
No, not yet.
I did a commercial with Orbit Gum.
Oh, cool.
It's like,
yeah, and they're a Chicago-based company, so we're out of Wrigley,
for sure.
so that's awesome.
Yeah, definitely. So that was a lot of fun. And I've been on many group shows. One in like Times Square was like my first one, so like it was like a great introduction to it.
Yeah.
And but really, I'm ready to take it forward, do as many solo shows as possible, and I want to get in the MCA and like do some mural work and stuff like that.
Is there any other outlet, like books or shirts or anything like that?
Yeah. I'm working on shirts all the time. I post them up whenever that new stuff comes up. Basically, that's why I love the internet so much, is that you have to follow me to see what I'm doing, but once you follow, I never want to let people down. I always try to boost my content every time. It might be a sticker giveaway one day, but next week I want to give away shirts, and then the week after that I'll give away a poster, or like start selling them or whatever. I like building it up so that I never go backwards, but always forward.
Completely. That's amazing. You've got a lot of great energy. Your work's always just it's not sporadic, but at the same time, it's got just such a high vibrance more than anything. About the imagery, it's really cool that you're kind of just out there in Chicago. And it's amazing more than anything because I recognize them, but you never know. 40,000 is an amazing number, so that's great. Where can people find out more about your work?
Go check out goonswood.com or facebook.com/goonswood or on Twitter at goonswood.
Beautiful. Thank you, brother.
Thank you so much.
It's Abraham from Gozamos, and we're here at Chicago Urban Art Society with Jake Castro. Jake, tell me a little bit about you, a little bit about your work.
I'm here I'm originally from Dallas, Texas. Went to the School of the Art Institute. Been up here for a couple of years now. I do a lot of site-specific installations.
Okay.
It's kind of based off of like.
So it's very geometric, very colorful, a lot of sharp lines.
Yeah.
What you mostly graffiti, aerosol.
Yeah.
What other kind of work do you primarily do?
It's mostly like really design-based kind of stuff.
Okay.
It's mostly based off like architectural structures
Okay.
and things like that.
So do you do a lot of, what kind of, maybe can we recognize some of your work out in the street somewhere?
I do some stuff in Pilsen. I got some in Wicker Park. I got some in Logan Square.
Which one in Pilsen? Is it the purple and blue?
Yeah, it's the purple and blue one. Yeah, it's right.
So right, okay.
18 in Blue Island.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So
So talk to me about that particular piece. Was it commissioned? Was it just random?
It was through the Chicago Urban Art Society,
Okay.
actually. Yeah, Lauren hooked me up with that. It wasn't commissioned, but I was just trying to help up and clean up the area, So.
That corner specifically desperately needed something. You got this brown building,
I
the worst
know.
color you can get. But as soon as I saw it, I mean, it couldn't have been. It was this early spring, right?
Yeah, it was just recently. Yeah.
Okay.
but yeah, we're trying to clean up the area. It's a nice corner.
So you went to the Art Institute. What other kind of work do you primarily do? Is it just mostly this, or do you do other stuff?
I do a lot of painted murals, and then I do printmaking as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that process. How's that been kind of translating from a static, sitting down to, going out into the streets?
It's a little different. I like to have the freedom of working on like a larger space on walls and stuff, but it's cool, man. I like the printmaking. It's a lot of design-based kind of stuff, but it's still kind of similar.
Similar color, so you're just very variant. Any particular reason, some of your inspiration, where do you kind of get that draw? Because it's obviously, a lot of, just so much art history behind it, so talk to me a little bit about that.
It's basically, I base a lot of my stuff off of, like I said, architecture and urban spaces, and
was it any kind of like Russian influence, Kandinsky, or anything like that, or is it just been mostly?
It's purely just design.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, where have you been showing work anywhere else, or?
I've had a show at Los Manos Gallery. I've had another one at my BFA show when I graduated. But at the Sullivan Galleries. But
So how's it kind of been now, being out in the streets, doing some commercial work? Have you been transitioning into anything else? Maybe shirts, maybe.
I'm trying to get into a little more like installation work, like three-dimensional stuff, trying to come off the wall and keep it.
That's pretty interesting. That's a really nice, great evolution to the particular style that you've got.
Yeah.
Any particular materials you're working with that?
It would probably be like cardboard and wood and like different things like that I can like actually put on the wall. It could be, it's not permanent, but it's good for like withstanding there.
Definitely. Where can people find more about you and your work?
It's jcastro1.com. But you can hit me up on Facebook as well.
You've got plenty of stuff out there. Any shows coming up? Anything you'd like to tell people to know?
At the moment, no. This is
probably one of the bigger ones. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, brother. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it, man.
Glad to put a face to your great work.
Thank you.
All right. Hey, this is Abraham Velasquez from Gozamos. We are here outside of the Chicago Urban Art Society. We're here with Oreo Korea. How are you, my friend? We love your work. Definitely, love to see all the great articles. You've been doing a lot of great stuff around the city. How's everything going?
Thank you. I'm very honored. And thanks a lot for covering me. And I really enjoy your site, and I often refer it. I feel it's a really awesome media outlet for arts and culture.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, you've gotten a great chance to talk to Terry a couple times covering you. So, some of your latest shows, you had a show last fall. You just had one with Revise, right? Up in Wicker Park.
Yeah.
How's that process been? How's the turnout for the shows? What's going on? Tell me what you got going on.
Well, it's been pretty hectic. I've been overbooking myself because part of it's exposure, but my main goal is meeting other people, especially artists, because my focus on art and my ultimate goal is interpersonal relationship. I want to get down with everyone I can. Especially people abroad. I want to paint with the brothers and sisters that get down in every neighborhood. Hope I can do that eventually.
Yeah. So you're based out of where in Chicago again?
Pilsen.
You're based out of Pilsen.
Yeah.
You have your studio there.
Mm-hmm.
I know, like I said, Terry's been down to visit you, which is really amazing. So talk to me a little bit of how it's been about, particularly this experience with Redbull. What's going on?
Well, what they're doing is they grabbed a handful of artists, about 20, who they feel represent Chicago, every aspect of I guess Chicago contemporary and urban art, especially urban art. There's a big street art focus in this. And I think it ties along with a lot of what Redbull usually does. They take part in b-boy competitions, DJ competitions. So this is more the visual arts aspect. So what they're doing is they're really giving us a media outlet to get together and paint together, showcase to the world, and possibly win a trip to Miami Art Basel.
Yeah, I know that's probably one of the main goals, right? To get out there. Have you been out there for any shows before, or no?
No, never.
No, so it's definitely just one of those great opportunities. So, kind of what have you been up to this previous summer? Just doing a lot of shows. You've been doing any particular installations anywhere?
Nothing like that. I've just been kind of focusing on my style. I'm trying to evolve it any chance I can.
Okay, so you really see your work evolving this particular summer. How's that been growing from the past few years?
Well, I feel it made a giant leap, because a couple years ago I didn't take it that seriously. I think the South American influence impacted me a lot. So like my art definitely reflects that aspect. So I'm trying to keep that rhythm going, you know, like and hopefully I can just work in larger scale. That's what I want to do ultimately.
No, that's pretty amazing. So you want to go big mural,
Yeah.
outdoor.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because most of your work has been, paintings, different kinds of, indoor kind of work. So it's great to see that you're going to be expanding into that. Tell me a little bit of something else that's going on. Everything, kind of been good. How's Pilsen treating you?
Pilsen's great. Like I just love like.
Did
I love
you
that
always
neighborhood.
grow up there? Or?
No, I've lived in Chicago for 10 years, but the
Okay.
majority of my time here has been in Logan Square. Like I've been in Pilsen for about a year now.
Why particularly Pilsen? Just because of the art movement that's happening down there?
Well, I feel like it's just like a colorful neighborhood. Like my Latin roots are like really embedded in there. So
Okay.
like I feel like I just feel like the comfort there really strong. Like just some of the things that happen in Pilsen are really interesting. Like they had an Easter procession with like a guy dressed like Jesus walking down 18th
yeah.
Street. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, it's
And to me
amazing.
that was like it was
Yeah.
very mystic, very like intriguing. Like I don't know, it just felt really great. You don't get that vibe in like a lot of neighborhoods in Chicago. Like I feel like the community there's really strong. Like there's block parties happening right now as
yeah.
we speak. That's a big part of the summer. You should be there for 4th of July. It's like the most patriotic neighborhood, I swear.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
pretty amazing. Well, tell us a little bit more where people can find out about your work and maybe some of the future. Anything big coming up this fall?
No, I'm taking a break right now.
You're
like,
taking a
I'm
break,
Just trying
just
to develop that style. But if
Okay.
you want to check out my work, my Tumblr is Un Dia Nuevo.
Okay.
So undianuevo.com is like.
Yeah, most
where I
definitely. You can
upload
check out a
most
few
of it.
pieces that we've covered with you. So we really appreciate you taking the time, and it's congratulations, wonderful work.
Yeah, thanks again for everything, man.
No, thank you, man.
Okay.
All right, take care.